talk about my knitting process for the Waves of Change jacket. Rochelle here, and I'm back to share some yarn goodness with you all today. Okay, so I am going to be talking with you all about my Wave of Change jacket, and it is designed by Denise Bayron. I hope I said it right. Anyway, this pattern is fantastic. I'm going to tell you all about the patterns and specs and stuff like that, and then we'll get into the pictures later. Okay, so this is a paid pattern, and it calls for bulky weight yarn. And the bust circumference for this jacket is amazing. So it is a bust circumference between 36 to 63 inches, which is 91.5 to 160 centimeters, which is fantastic. That's a really nice range. And of course, I swatched and I got gauged on the recommended needle size, which is a US 10, and that's a 6 millimeter knitting needle. So I was really, really happy about that. Also, in terms of ease, this pattern has between 2 to 4 inches of positive ease, which is really, really great. And that is 5 to 10 centimeters of positive ease. So that's a really, really good level of positive ease for me. Not too oversized, not too form-fitting. It's just perfection, okay? It is perfection. So I knit the size 4. And I knit the size 4. And just for reference, I have a 50-inch bust. So it fits really wonderfully on me. And I want to tell you all the yarn that I'm using. So the yarn I used is Paint Box Yarns. And it is on their Simply Chunky base. Each skein is 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. That's 136 meters, 149 yards. And this yarn is 100% acrylic. And it is a number 5 bulky weight yarn. And it is fantastic. And it looks like you can get this yarn at Lovecrafts. I actually won this yarn in a giveaway, so that's super awesome. It was from Knits and Crochet Nevada, or NV. So yay, I love that. But this yarn is amazing. It's machine washable. It's wonderful. I mean, if you're looking for a really good acrylic yarn, check out Paint Box. I really like it, and I want to try some more of their yarns. But I don't believe I said the color name. So the color number is 337, and that is Midnight Blue. Yes. So a little bit more about this pattern. It is worked flat, and it is top down, which is wonderful because you get to try it on as you go along. And it is slightly cropped. Of course, my torso is so short. Even if something is slightly cropped, it's most likely going to fit me like a regular cardigan. So, you know, there's that. But anyway, it is fantastic. And so the sleeves are knit in the round. Let me turn this over. So the sleeves are knit in the round, like so. And one part that was, I wouldn't say challenging, but I thought it was really cool. I really had to think about it, was making sure that my purl ridges matched up with my body ridges, so I'll have a continuous flow, a continuous line going across. And so yeah, that was really cool. Now the pattern calls for, when it comes to doing the sleeves, the pattern calls for, is it magic loop? Let me check my notes here. Oh yeah. So the pattern calls for magic loop or DPNs. I don't know how to do magic loop, and DPNs are wonderful, but I have some Chiaogu shorties, and so I use the 8-inch cables, I believe, because with the shorties you get an 8-inch cable and you get 2 6-inch cables. So if you wanted to do a 12-inch cable, you could, but I believe I did the whole sleeve on an 8-inch cable, and yes, it was absolutely amazing. I do recommend the Chiaogu shorties. But yeah, that's the sleeve, and I'm really proud of myself how I matched the lines up. And yeah, I love the collar. It gives it like a really cool sporty look. I really like that. And, of course, to me, it's kind of like a cardigan, but this is definitely a jacket. It just has features of a jacket, and I love it. Oh, this color, like I'm looking in the viewfinder. This color is gorgeous. Okay, let's see. Also, I want to share with you all the buttonless band. So, let me show you all the button band. It calls for snaps. See if I can't pull the other side around. Let's see. Where are you? Okay. Yeah, that's the other side. So you see these snaps? These snaps, these snaps were a challenge to get on. I'm not even going to lie to you. So let me tell you a little bit about the button band. So the button band is a 2-inch button-less band. So in other words, you don't have to knit buttonholes because you're going to put the snaps in afterwards. And so the snaps, let me see, I think this may have been my first time ever doing snaps in knitting. Maybe like I've done it in sewing, but I've never, done snaps like on knitting, I don't believe. But anyway, the button band is really cool. And so basically you just pick up stitches here and then you do your button band. It's really nice. It's really easy. What I really like about the snaps is when you close it, I'm just going to close a few. So when you close it, it looks like there's nothing there. It looks like there's no buttons. And I think that's really neat. So when you close it, it looks like this. It looks like there's no buttons. And so, I like that. I like that a lot. So let me see if there's something else I wanted to tell you all about it. Yes. So I did make a change. It was an unintentional change. So the designer used size 5. No. She used 5 size 10 snap buttons. So they would be a lot bigger than my snap buttons. Yes. So she used a size 10. I only had the size 2 and the size 4 snap buttons. And so basically what I decided to do was to use 8 size 4 snap buttons, which is what I have here. And so if you're interested in the type that I use, they are the black brass sew-on snaps by Sewology. And so what I did was I wanted to make sure that the thread wasn't going to show through on the garment. So on this right side here, where, when you close it, it's going to be showing the front. I used a blue thread. So when you look here, you don't really see like where I sewed it down because I used a blue thread. But then I was thinking, when I open this up, if I use a blue thread on this side, you're going to be able to see the thread. So what I did was I used a black thread on this side. And so now you can't see, you can't see where I sewed it down. So I used a black thread on the left side and a blue thread on the right side. So when it's open like this, you can't see where I sewed down this side because I used black thread. And you can't see where I sewed on this side because I used blue thread. I know, that's a lot, but it made sense to me. And so, yeah. And I do believe that was the only change that I made. I like having 8 buttons because I don't like for jackets to pucker, but I think it would have been a lot easier to sew them on if I had have used the size 10 that were recommended. When I went to Joann's, I should have opened the pattern and looked at what size snap buttons that she recommended, but I like it. It turned out really well. Oh, let me show you all the back. Love it. The only downside to having 8 snap buttons is that you have to, so you have your snap button and then you have to pull it apart. So now you have 2 individual buttons that you have to sew down. So essentially, I ended up sewing 16 buttons. Y'all, it took me all day. I started in the morning and I didn't finish until like bedtime. So it took me all day to sew on 16 snaps. But it was worth it because they look amazing. So, of course, the beauty of having a garment that is top down is that you get to try it on along the way. And y'all, I definitely tried this pattern on, this project on along the way, just so I can see the process, just so I can see the fit, if I need to change anything, how is it falling? I did all of that, and I am so glad that I did. I blocked it. Now, the pattern gives very clear instructions on how to block this, and it made total sense because basically, so I'm used to wet blocking. And the issue with wet blocking, especially when you're using like a bulky weight yarn, is that all that water from the wet block is just going to weigh your garment down and it's going to stretch it out. And I actually liked the way this fit before I blocked it. And so I was so happy that the designer suggested steam blocking. And so I had never steam blocked before. I had seen a few other knitters steam block garments, but I had never done it. And so I hopped on Amazon and I bought a steamer. And y'all, this steamer is a game changer. I'm definitely going to be steam blocking more and more garments. It's just amazing. And also what I really like is that my jacket didn't grow. The only thing the steam blocking did was it just relaxed the stitches, which I really liked because my button band, when I finished, it was kind of like not straight like it is now. You see that it's very straight. It was kind of bunched up a little bit, but after I steam blocked it, it just relaxed and it fit so well. It just laid down really well. Steam blocking did a wonderful job. And if you're interested in the steamer that I used, I will leave a link below so you can check it out as well. But yeah, steam blocking is so cool. I see why a lot of people use it. And this is acrylic yarn. Like, you can still steam block acrylic yarn. You can still do that. I had thought about possibly like wet blocking it and putting it in the dryer, but I'm so glad I read in the pattern where the designer suggested steam blocking, because I feel like I would have messed it up if I had wet blocked it. So I'm so glad I did not wet block this garment, or I would have been in trouble. In the clip, I'm showing you the way I steam block it, but you'll notice that there are some stitch markers under the armholes. And that is because when I was picking up stitches, even though I did exactly what the designer told me to do, for whatever reason, I still had holes under the underarms, and basically they were just where the stitches were really wide at. And so I was like, oh, how am I going to fix that? Of course, after I had finished steaming and everything, I went in with some extra yarn and I sewed up the buttons just to make them a little bit tighter. But I wanted to ask you all, do you have any recommendations on how to avoid underarm holes? Because I would really like to know. Now, I know that there's a way you can, basically you pick up extra stitches and then you do like a knit two together or something like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, if you all can let me know any tips on how to either avoid those underarm holes or make them smaller, I'm all ears. I would really, really like to know, because this isn't my first garment where I've had that issue. And I was trying to understand it because even the pattern is written in a way that is supposed to help you avoid that. And somehow I goofed and I still ended up with underarm holes. So Advice is appreciated. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you all about this beauty? I love the pearl ridges. The pearl ridges, I really think that's what helps the garment to stand out is the pearl ridges. But I feel like even if you were to make this without the pearl ridges, it would still look like a really, really cool jacket. But it just, the pearl ridges just kind of adds like this coolness to it. I really like that. And I love how it flows all the way down. And of course, here is the ribbing. That looks great. This is a 2x2 ribbing. And everything just looks wonderful. Also, the button band is a 2x2 ribbing, and the collar as well. It's just a really cool jacket, I have been enjoying putting outfits together and doing all the fun, cool things. And I just feel so stylish wearing this jacket. I just absolutely love it.
Toma.
Let me know in the comments below if you have knit the Wave of Change jacket or you're thinking about making it. Definitely let me know. I would love to know kind of like, what yarn did you use or what yarn that you're thinking about using or anything like that. Oh, and also, don't forget about the Year of the Sweater Make Along that's being hosted by me and Tie Dye Diva, Trish of Tie Dye Diva. So definitely check her out as well. And we've been having a lot of fun. We've been introducing winners, and people have been really happy with the prizes that they're getting. So that has been amazing. I've really been enjoying that. And remember to use hashtag Year of the Sweater Make Along or Year of the Sweater MAL. Sometimes Instagram, it just does this weird thing where it doesn't show me all of it. Sometimes if I go on Instagram on my computer, I can see some, and then some I can see on my phone. So anyway, if you want, you can tag me along with your post, and just to make sure that I see it. But yeah, we're doing a year of sweater making, cardigan making, sweater vest, whatever you consider a sweater. And even though this is considered a jacket, I think I'm gonna try to sneak it in as a cardigan, I'm gonna try to sneak this one into the make along. But yeah, definitely let me know. Also, Trish is running the Ravelry side of it, and so you can check out her channel as well. But I'll leave links to all of this stuff. So yeah, and also I will leave a link to my Ravelry because I have a little bit more information on my Ravelry page about this and some progress pictures and a little bit about the yarn and my thoughts and stuff like that. So definitely check out the Ravelry page. And yeah. Oh, so if you would like to get bonus vlogs, consider hitting the join button below and join my membership. I do a bonus vlog every month for my members. So basically I'm doing 2 vlogs a month, one for my regular viewers and also one for my members, and it's been a lot of fun. So I've really been enjoying that. So click the join button below if you are interested. Okay, well, let me know what you worked on while watching, or did you just chill and relax? I love reading you all's comments. Definitely check out my community tab. I ask a lot of fun questions there and polls and stuff like that. And I just love getting you all's feedback and input on different things. I love that. I really do enjoy interacting with you all. And so, yeah, that'd be all, folks. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, bye.